loves, and welcome back to another episode of Bedroom Buzz. Yes, Bedroom Buzz. So if you have your drinks and you want to go ahead and go grab your drink of choice for today, go ahead and take your time. Today I'm not gonna have a drink. I drank so much the other day, I just feel so like disgusted from drinking. But I do have me some peaches here. It's like peaches out of the can with the syrup. I froze it. They're kind of like unfroze right now, but they still have like that little slushy. So I'm gonna be munching on that. And as you can see by the title, today I'm gonna be talking about bedroom tricks, tips, and role playing. Yes, I will be talking about that today. How, that's very important in the relationship to keep it steamy. So good. Yes, it's very important to keep it spontaneous and fun. So, that's delicious. So cold. So good. Did you guys get your drink yet? Or your snack? Fruit? I chose peaches because peaches and cream. I need it because you know that I'm a fiend. Peaches are so central to me. Peaches, strawberries, maybe pineapple. What other fruit do you guys think is central fruit? And by that I mean like sexy, it like puts you, not that the fruit puts you in a mood, but y'all know what I'm saying. So anyway, I want to just get on and talk real quick about different tips and tricks, as I mentioned, in role playing. Now, I'm going to start with the role playing because the tricks and tips are going to come in between the role playing. That's kind of how I feel. Now, I'm very comfortable in my sexuality, and I'm just very comfortable, period, and confident in who I am as a woman and in my sexuality. So I'm able to get on here and talk about these type of things without feeling like weird, like, oh my God. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the role playing. Now, a lot of people, they're not really into role playing, and I totally understand it because it's not for everybody. You have to be totally comfortable with yourself, first of all. You have to be really comfortable with that person that you're with in order to really get into character and to really enjoy and, do that. You have to be comfortable. That's the first thing. Now, those of you who've already tried it before and you do it, this is just going to be like, you're going to be like, oh yeah, I already know that, girl. Yep, you telling the truth. But for those of you that don't, I'm just going to kind of give you some tips that can help you to warm you up. And even those that already may do it, I can give you some little tips too. Some things that you could probably try. Maybe some scenes and scenarios that you haven't tried yet. You guys want to bite? What's that? One moment. So next time, I'm going to add some strawberries in here. And I'm going to just make all different kind of different fruit cups and parfaits. Now, what's your favorite fruit? Let me know in the comment below. Water. Okay, so Now, with the role playing, as I mentioned, you have to be comfortable with the person that you're with. Now, let me see. How do I start this off? Okay. So you and the person that you're with, this is definitely a conversation you want to discuss with them beforehand, because you don't want to get inside of the room with them and be like, I've been naughty, you know, or like try to like, just like, you know, just randomly start acting like this character and they don't know what's going on. You definitely want to feel them in, like, hey babe, tonight I want to do something spontaneous. I want to role play and I'm going to talk you through this and I'm going to let you know your character and everything like that. This is how I do it. So if you want to do it a different way, you can, or if you already do it a different way, that's what's up if it works for you. So I tell them like, okay, so you're going to be, this is going to be your character. This is my character, and I kind of let them know the scenery, like this is what's taking place. I want to let you know that. So I'm going to use one right now. Okay, so I'm a singer and I'm performing at this jazz club, and there are different people there, you know, big executives and stuff like that. And there's this record producer or music guy, whatever, that he's there, and I'm performing and he sees me performing and he's like, oh, like you were really great. I want to talk to you more about, you know, possibly recording some music or, you know, doing some collabs with me or with some of my artists, you know, so I want to talk to you a little more. Let's go get something to drink or let's go get something to eat. What do you prefer? So we can talk about it a little more. So, of course, we're going to skip the whole eating part. We ain't going to show that scene because that's not important. But we will show the scene after where I'm going to his house or either to his studio. Well, his studio. But his studio has, of course, like a couch. And, you know, studios have like all of that little stuff in there. So we get in there and I'm like, yeah, you know, thank you so much for coming out to listen to me. I appreciate it. And he's all like, oh yeah, I liked it a lot, and you have a beautiful voice and you have a beautiful face as well, and you have a beautiful body too. You know, I don't want to cross any boundaries or anything by saying that, but you're just really a sexy ass woman. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you so much. You're handsome yourself. You know, do you want to drink? That's what he asked me. Like, do you want to drink? Yeah, I want to drink. We get a drink or so. We sit on the couch. He turns on some music. We're just drinking and kind of looking at each other up and down like, okay, like he looked good. And he's like, damn, she looks so sexy. So we're just looking at each other and he leans in for the kiss, of course. And we start kissing and the music is playing and we're just there on the couch and, you know, and then from there you do your thing. So I was just giving you kind of like an example of kind of how I will set it up. I will definitely let him know like, okay, this is exactly what we're going to do. Not as far as like when you are having sex, because obviously you're in the moment with that person and that type of stuff turns me on. And a lot of guys that I've tried that with, it turns them on as well. So again, it definitely has to be two people who are really confident, and that type of stuff really, you know, you're into that and you're not afraid to try it. So that is that. As far as like how to start it off now with that, or just in general. Well, okay, so I'm gonna go. Okay, the role playing, that's one thing. Let's go over to like different tips and tricks. There are different things that you can create at home to make your bedroom experience fun as well. For instance, you don't always have to go to a toy store or an adult store to buy different things. You can make stuff at home. Like, for instance, you can get maybe, I don't know what type of rope, but something that'll be comfortable for you, the female, to get tied around her ankles. So you'll tie 2 ropes around your ankles, or pantyhose, or whatever you want to use. Like I said, something that's comfortable to go around your ankle or whatever the guy decides to put on you. And while he's on top of you, he can grab on to the 2 things that are tied to your ankles, and he can like stretch out your legs. He can put your legs up, like over your head. He can stretch them out wide to the side, or one up, one down. And, like he has control over your legs. And those of you that's not afraid to try this, then you could probably have your hands in handcuffs, or maybe your hands could be tied up to the bed, or you can find somewhere to put them and just let him just take control and do his thing and do what he want to do. And so that's like, let me see, what was I said? And I was gonna say something. Oh, I was gonna say, and for the woman, we can do the same thing to him. Like, not so much a guy's ankles, like, cause I mean, if you're into that, like lifting up a guy's ankles and legs and all that, like, that'll work. But like, there's things that you can put on him as well. Like, okay, so the first example I gave you was when the guy's on top. Now, when you are on top, this is something that you can do to be in control of him. You still want his hands to be free, because I like that. Like when I'm on top of a guy or he's on top of me, like I like, his hands to be free so he can be entertaining and touching other things at the same time. So I'm not going to bind up his hands, right? So something that I would do is, I'm the one that's on top. I'll take a pair of my underwear. These are like new underwears, and I haven't worn them in a long time, and they look, they're fresh. Anywho, so if I'm on top of him, I'll put this around his head or his neck, and while I'm on top of him, doing my thing, I'll just grab the underwears while they're on his neck and, pull it and let it be a pair of panties or a thong that you don't care about messing up. So I'll just put it around his neck and just grab it and, pulling him up to me while I'm on top. Okay, I'm not trying to do like, be all like super graphic, but that was the only way I could explain it. Like he's laying down and you're, and then, you can put it in his mouth, and, tell him to bite on it. And, while he's biting it, you could pull it and, like, just do your thing. So that's one. And he could actually just keep those around his neck throughout the entire show. So those are two little tricks that makes it fun and interesting. And while you're doing that as well, of course, you're talking to each other and saying things like, directing each other to do things like how I mentioned, I'll tell him to bite them, and I'm telling him just what to do, and he's telling me what to do, like how to ride him, and different things like that. So that's very fun. Let me go ahead and take a little bit of my peach to cool off. I love fruit cocktails as well that come in a can with the syrup. Some people that probably be like, why do you eat that? But to me, it's good. It reminds me of my childhood, and it tastes delicious. Wish I could share this with you. So those are two tricks and tips. Another thing is, don't be afraid to stand up during sex or to try different positions that you may feel like, oh my God, I might feel uncomfortable, or he might not be able to do it. For instance, letting him stand up and hold you. Like you get on top of him and let him hold your legs, and he's standing up doing his thing. Let him do what he do. Now, hopefully he knows what he's doing and he doesn't drop you. Or you don't freak out and think you're going to fall and you fall and let go of him or something crazy. But that's always fun. Another one is called a hunch. It's where you stand up and you bend down and you grab onto your ankles. This is the female. You bend down, you spread your legs. While you're standing up, you spread your legs out. You bend all the way down, you hold on to your ankles, and You let the guy get behind you and just, do his thing, and you just keep holding on to your ankles, and you just stay right there. And, of course you do some, you give him a little bite back. You try to, you're doing your thing too, you in the groove. But yeah, definitely that's one that's amazing too. You letting him take control and feel like, yeah, like I'm the captain of this ship and I'm in control. Okay, so that, and of course foreplay. And a lot of times when you do like role play and little stuff like that, you may not even need no foreplay, honestly. With some really good role playing and dirty talking, you should be like already aroused and like ready to, like, you can just get it on right there without the foreplay. Because that's basically kind of like it's kind of like foreplay in itself. So that, and what else? Foreplay is very important though as well. You have to be in the mood. And you have to get the person that you are with in the mood. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm playing music and it stopped. I'm trying to figure out what happened. It's so important for people, I can't stress it enough, to be really confident and comfortable with that person. Because if you're not comfortable with them, then your sex experiences with them are not going to be good. They're going to be average and blah and just not fun. And eventually he might end up leaving you for somebody else. Some people, they're not into like all of the freaky, kinky stuff. Everybody is not really a freak or someone that's spontaneous and tries things. Everyone is not like that. So that doesn't make you a bad person or like you suck at sex or anything like that. It's just you have your own preference. You have a preference and you're not into that. And that's fine. But that's some things that I like. I'm pretty, I'm willing to try things to see what works. Oh my God, this is so good. And go back to the fruit. Definitely you could bring fruit in the bedroom. Whipped cream, everybody know about that already. Peaches with the whipped cream, good. Chocolate syrups, licking them off each other, putting them on each other, and doing all that. That's fun as well. Yeah, definitely. Now, don't go too crazy and eat too much, like whipped cream or too much syrup and stuff that you get yourself sick. But definitely helps. It's so cold. It's like I can't chew it. It's hurting my teeth. But it's so good. What was I gonna say? Yeah, don't take too much now. Last thing you want to do is get sick while you're inside of the bedroom and in the moment. And not just in a bedroom. You can literally do it anywhere. That's the next thing I was gonna say. Try different places. If you notice that you guys are always having sex in the room, go have sex in the living room. Have sex in the laundry room, like on top of the washing machine. go in the dining room, on top of the table, in the kitchen, on the floor, like just find it on the stairs. The stairs is bomb. Try the stairs, try a chair, different things. Change up the scenery so it's not always the same room that you're always in. It makes it fun when you adventure around. If you have a backyard and it's closed off and no one can really see, you can do it out there. If you have a garage, you can do it in there. You can even role play in there. If you're the female, you can pretend like you're going to get your car fixed at like a repair shop, and he's trying to repair your car, and then he starts repairing other things. Mm-hmm. That works. Okay. Those are some other tips. And so cold. I don't know what happened to my music. It was cut off. I don't know why. That's so bogus. But those are mainly the tips that I wanted to share with you all that I could think of off the top of my head, or things that I've done or that I do. So it's like easy to just talk about it. Don't wait for special occasions to try something new in the bedroom. You can do that whenever. Like, do that, like, try to practice doing it every night. Like, if you don't want to do it every single night, pick days, like, okay, like, during the weekends, like, this is what we're going to do, or, you know, let it be spontaneous. You don't want to plan everything out. Like, sometimes stuff just happens just because it happens, and you're in the moment. So don't overthink it. I'm sure you'll be fine however you try to do it. Or if you want to try it out. Let me see. Now, my channel is not made for kids at all, so I hope it's some way. I'm going to go into my settings and see if it's a way for me to restrict from kids seeing my stuff. Or if you guys have kids, make sure you have the restricted thing on there so they won't be able to see all kind of videos. Well, those are the main tips I wanted to share with you guys today. If there are any tips that you guys have, please comment below and let me know. I like to try them out if there's some that I'm interested in, and I hope that you guys will be able to try some of the things that I talked about today. And this is for people who just started dating, or people who've been together for a long time, or if you're married and you need like a little spice up in your relationship, you need a little help, or whatever the case may be. This information is for everybody. So everybody who's of age to engage in a conversation like this and to engage in sexual activities, this is for you. You know, and even with engaging sexually with somebody, always be careful, always be protected, and make sure you're safe at the end of the day. I need some more of these. And I'm gonna call it a day. Thank you guys so much for coming to check out my channel. Hope you enjoy. Oh, I just sound like DJ Khaled. What the heck was I gonna say? I'm gonna choke my damn self. Oh, this is so cold. Oh. I can't explain how cold these are on my teeth. Yes, again, thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you've been enjoying my videos I've been posting. Definitely have more to come. All right, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Love you all in advance, and again, try some of these tips, and if you do, let me know how they worked out for you. All right, see you later. Love you in advance. Mwah.